What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Tavion, otherwise known as Bullish with T, back with another video. In this video, I'm going to be breaking down how you can find more precise entries using the daily time frame with supply and demand. Let's get started. So guys, before we get into this video, first things first, I want to say I hope that 2022 really has treated you right. It has treated you fair. More than likely, this is going to be the last video of 2022, and I cannot wait to launch and just tell you guys everything that's going down in 2023. So if you're new to this channel, be sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure you click that like button as well. Also, leave a comment below on what else you'd like to see in this channel, whether that's breakdown videos, advice, psychology, etc., whatever that may be. Make sure you let me know what ideas you have, what you'd like to learn more of, and also make sure you join the Discord below. The link is below, guys. You're gonna want to make sure you want to be a part of those, as I do host live sessions every Tuesday and Thursday. It's absolutely free right now, guys. Take advantage of it. I've been getting nothing but great feedback from these sessions, people learning, people growing, and people being able to really back test and see that what I'm showing them is working. So make sure you become a member today and click that link below while it is free. But with that being said, let's get into the video. So guys, as stated in this video, I'm going to be breaking down how you can find more precise entries. So if you don't know by now, I am more of a swing trader, intraday trader, meaning I hold my trades for days, if not weeks, sometimes just a few hours. But if you are anywhere around there, more than likely you are going to be analyzing on the daily time frame. Now, if you are a scalp trader, I'm not going to say that everything I'm about to show you is invalid. It will be more so on the 1 hour or 4 hour. That would be probably more appropriate for you if you're a scalp trader. So you can still implement these methods that you're going to see here, but if you are an intraday and swing trader, this is going to resonate a lot more with you. If you're a scalp trader, again, you will be able to take this away, but just understand you won't be looking at the daily time frame. You'll more than likely be looking at the 1 hour or 4 hour time frame as well. So keep in mind when marking your supply and demand, there's a few rules that you want to keep in mind. So keep in mind, supply is your high, demand is your low. So in other words, what I'm saying is when you're marking your supply, you want to mark it based off of the last bullish candle. When you're marking your demand, you want to mark it based off the last bearish candle. So a lot of what I'm going to be showing is not just going to be entries, even some sort of like even take profit. So if you've ever seen people out there where they set a random take profit, or what you would think is a random take profit somewhere, and you're still not sure how they got that, you're going to get a little bit of that here, but I do want to strictly focus on finding more precise entries, because the more precise of the entry, especially on the daily time frame you find, the more likely that when you do enter and it is going accordingly to what you analyze, the more confident you can be to hold that trade and profit more. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get started in this. So I'm going to go ahead and mark my areas of supply. So I'm going to mark this area here. So like I said, it's going to be the last bullish candle before price went down. This is our last bullish candle, so I'm going to mark it from wick to wick. A lot of times what people ask me when it comes down to supply and demand is, should I mark it from wick to wick, body to body, from one candle to another? Truth be told, it kind of comes down to really the formation of the candlesticks. And what I mean by that is, if there's one candlestick like this, but if there's another candlestick that just like blew all the way up here, and then there's a bearish candle like coming all the way down here, obviously that's too volatile and crazy for you, market supply and demand. There's just gonna be gaps, imbalances, price, people grabbing liquidity, so on and so forth. But if it's something like just stable as this, honestly, you can just mark it from wick to wick, body to body. And if you're intraday and swing trader, more than likely, if you do mark just a little bit higher or lower based upon another wick, it's not going to mess up your analysis. But going back right into this, so we have our supply marked here. I'm going to mark now a demand area, which would be, we can mark this one here as our demand, because it's our last bearish candle before we went up. I'm going to extend it out. So what you're going to be noticing throughout this here is, you can say in the sense of key levels, yes. And that's how, if you are somebody who is learning key levels, how you can kind of look at this as supply and demand. Now, what I mean by that is key levels, if you don't know, is basically when price meets at a certain area of price. So it could be like 1.7, 1.3, whatever that is. But either way, price is rejecting or retesting off of a certain level. So that eventually becomes our key level, or if we're speaking in beginner terms, support and resistance as well. So we're going to just stick with these two and really just analyze from here, what would I do and where could price go. So a few things you have to notice is, what is price doing overall? So we see price is, honestly, if we zoom out, yes, it's downtrending. I would almost say a bit of consolidation, but it is downtrending in the most part. So I will say though, the fact that we have a higher low at this time frame here, we need to be very cautious about that. And the reason I say that is because we also have another higher low here as well. So these areas that you see here, I have marked simply based upon if price does come up, where am I looking to set my take profit? So these would be, you could say my TP1, my TP2, because I would set my take profit at the top here, and then I would set maybe another one here if I choose to extend it that long. But I will say, however, that with what price is currently doing, does this automatically mean that, oh, price is gonna go up? Absolutely not. Price could absolutely tank. So what I look for, and this is why not every entry is always a good entry, and this is why not every trading day is a good trading day. Analyzing on this in 1 hour, you can maybe get a better view of it too, but the daily is the overall. It's just the best way to see the market. So how I like to do it is when price comes up, what I'm looking for is, I am looking, before I get in for a sell or a buy, is this. A sell entry, and it's gonna be very, very simple. A sell entry, I'm simply looking for price to do what it did similarly with these candlesticks over here and kind of give a bit of a retest off here, meaning I want price to stop at the outside of our area here. Now, also keep a notice of this. If price, let's say it's coming in this area of zone, let's say it's a lower high, it's still valid enough to keep in mind that, hey, price may come down, but it also depends on, was there a lot of volatility and volume in the candlestick? What I mean by that is, was there a lot of momentum in that buy or bullish candle? Because if there is, more than likely it's just going to keep skyrocketing. But in the case of price, let's say it stops here, or let's just say it leaves a fake out, right? A candlestick here. I am looking, in order for a buy specifically, I am only looking for price to break above here and to come back and retest to get back in for this buy, to be completely honest with you as well, especially playing it safe. But now if I'm keeping in mind of like, okay, what about a sell? Well, a sell, very simple. I'm simply just looking for price to do one or two things. Price either comes here, stops, and is retesting. I'm gonna get in for the sell, and I'm going to hold that thing until price, because we can mark our next area demand from this last, I guess you can mark it from here, but you can also mark it here because it's the lowest bearish candle. But marking it from here and saying, okay, if I'm going in for a sell, my TP is gonna either be, it could be at the top of this zone area here or the bottom here. And it's literally as simple as that. But again, to be more precise with it, I would love to see price retest off of here, create a lower high, which is gonna be confirmation number 2. And if anything, a bearish engulfing candlestick pattern where price absolutely drops. Now let's just say price is dropping and you feel like you missed it, it's already too late. Now, the only time you should get in, and I typically am not a person who, I guess you could say, well, on the smallest time frames it'll be different, but looking at it on a daily, if it's just like a long bearish candle, I'm typically not a person who will get in. I'm gonna typically wait that one out. But let's just say it's several candlesticks and it broke past this previous low here. And I mean broke, I mean the body of the candle is on the outside of this low here, meaning let's just say it stopped here. Then I would consider getting in for that sell. Because it broke past, it created another lower high or lower low. So what price may do, gotta keep this in mind, is, and this is what you could say would be the safe route, which is why I don't really just get in, which if you do the pending order, it would be known as a sell stop. But what I would do is then wait for price to come up, retest off of this wick candle here, and then get back in for a sell and set my take profit around that area. So truth be told, when it comes down to, more precise entries using the daily time frame, it's literally no different than what you've seen in my previous videos of the hour. I've been mainly using the hour, so mainly what you've been seeing on the hour, it's just you using that for the daily. And if you can capture these setups on your daily and you can get in on that precise trade, setting proper risk, proper stop loss. So in other words, let's say it is a sell. Let's just say, hypothetically speaking, price shoots down from here. That's my buy. I'll take my short position, stop loss, could set it up here, take profit. I can set it all the way down here. And this would give me a 1 to 2.68 risk to reward ratio, which the lowest you should ever go is a 1 to 2. So this is a pretty good trade. You could say a pretty decent trade, I would say. I typically aim for about 1 to 3s, but this is as simple as it can get, right? Again, let's just say even if price retests it, let's just say it comes up a little bit here, and then wants to retest to the downside. Okay, great. You move this up here, stop loss could be above here. Take profit down. Now it's more so 1 to 3.59. But I think you're getting the idea and picture behind this setup and what we're really looking for when it comes to supply and demand. The reason, because I also want to answer this for people too. Some may think, why would you set your stop loss there? Well, keep in mind, one, I know that we're overall bearish, right? We're currently bearish still, and we'll see obviously if we get down to this level, whether it shoots all the way down or comes right back up. But if price were to keep going down, I am going to mark my stop loss above not just the previous high, but above my previous demand area, because this is my demand because it started from a low, right? So I'm going to mark my stop loss, not at the exact point. I highly recommend that you do give a little bit of breathing room for your stop loss, because there will be times where price will do fake outs, do liquidity grabs, and that's how they stop traders out and then go in the direction of the trade. Like, for example, how many times have you been in a trade and you guessed it right, it just stopped, it took your money at your stop loss, and then it went in your direction? That's exactly what it does here. So that's why it's very possible that you could get in. It does retest. Price does jump up a little bit, but just for liquidity grabs to go right back in your favor. So with that being said, and I don't want to make this video too long as it already is, that's as simple as it gets when it comes down to supply and demand and looking for more precise entries, especially on the daily. And when you can be patient enough to identify that, you can hold your trades for days, if not weeks. But with that being said, like I said, I don't want to make this video too long. Again, happy holidays to you all. Happy, happy New Year. I wish nothing but a successful 2023 to every single one of you out there. I cannot express to you guys how blessed and grateful I am for the upcoming opportunities I have, not just in the market, not just, in Forex and communities, but in everything that's coming. And this is not stuff that's like just back burner or it's in the talks. These are things that are in motion, and I just couldn't be any more grateful and blessed for where I am. And again, if you are new to this, if you stuck throughout the entirety of this video, be sure you hit that subscribe button. Click that link below to join the Discord, because I will tell you now that eventually I'll close it out, and you'll have to be a paid member to join. I haven't decided what date that will be, but it will be in 2023. I promise you that. So be sure you join the Discord. It's absolutely free right now. I am teaching sessions Tuesdays and Thursdays. It may change going into the new year. But with that being said, hey, thank you so much for watching this video. Happy New Year's to you all. And I wish nothing more than a successful 2023 for you and your goals. And with that being said, take care.